going, YouTube? Got a Kubey knife today. This is the KU318E or the Bravo One. Nothing comes in the package except some silica. And here's the knife. It's kind of a dull blue. That's the best way to describe it. This is a Mikhail Williamson design. My first knife by him, actually. This is it's kind of hard to name Kubey prices, but you never want to buy Kubey directly from Kubey or you're going to pay more than everywhere else. But like on Knife Global, $48. Of course, Kubey has sales all the time. You might find it cheaper, but $48 is the going rate if you just go buy it, not on sale. Yeah, not my typical knife I'd buy. Not in love with Tantos, but the fullers, I bought this just because of the fullers, really. If it didn't have the fullers, would have just kept looking. This knife also comes in a drop point version without fullers, so definitely not as good looking. Yeah, let's go over the specs. Got a 3.39 inch AUS 10 blade. Says it right there. And I'm alright with AUS 10. Good mid-range budget still. Got a bead blasted finish that I'm over, but they keep doing it. And I call this American Tonto. If it was Japanese, it'd have a curved Tonto, so American. Do have a hollow ground here, flat ground here. Yeah. Got a 4mm blade stock. Haven't seen a blade that thick in a minute. Or a while. Or 0.16 inches. Let's see how this thick blade cuts. Yeah, it'll go straight through it. Won't do no curves though. I did try the tip too. It's definitely not as sharp as the hollow part. Yeah, it cut pretty good considering the size of the blade, and it definitely ain't going to be no super slicer, but it cuts. It does. It's a knife. Got an overall length of 7.99 inches. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you should. Let's do some size comparisons. Kaiser Sheepdog. I mean, really, you're watching my videos and you're not subscribed? Like, that should be a crime. Kubey Atlas. These are closer than I thought. Just a little bit smaller, both of them. The 6-leaf SL25. Don't know why I got that out. Probably most of you don't have that knife. CJRB Riff. These are close. They both seem a little bit bigger though. Apparently I didn't get out good size comparisons. Spyderco Yojimbo 2. A little bit smaller but close. And one of my favorite Tontos, Tucson TS300. Very close, a little bit bigger but close. Got a 4.61 inch handle, 0.59 inches wide, so definitely a little bit thick. The close width in the pocket's 1.77 inches. Got T8 on your body screws and pivot. And you got a massive weight of 6.4 ounces. Even though there is quite a bit of weight relief on the inside, you got thick liners, thick blade. It's just a substantial knife, not an XL knife. It's full size, but it's just a substantial knife. Definitely wouldn't call this an EDC knife. It'll do everything an EDC knife will, but I would not want to carry this all day. This is more of a fun knife. Do have a deep carry reversible clip with inset screws. So good for the lefties. Do have a liner lock. Pretty good lockup and thick liner, so you ain't got to worry about this big blade shutting on you. You have a couple deployment options. You got your flipper tab. You can fill it. And you got your fullers. You can. I'm behind camera. I swear I can open it. But my favorite, reverse flick. And if you want to count this as an extra deployment option, you got another fuller. A little bit harder on the top one, but and some people might be thinking you can front flip this. And I guess you can, kinda, but the flipper tab's in the way to do it comfortably. Yeah, it got me already. And you can slow roll this knife really easy. Slow roll, yeah. Got a lanyard hole and a Kubey with the backspacer is kind of rare, even though it doesn't match. Take off points for that. Got a little bit of jimping up here. I'd say it's pretty comfortable for such a bigger knife. Fits right into my hand perfectly. One finger through. And you kind of sort of got a finger tool. I guess it just depends on how big your finger is, because mine is right at the edge of getting cut. So I guess it's more of a sharpening tool, but if you got skinny fingers, it'll work. Speaking of sharpening tool, you do have some life you can sharpen out of there. Man, that's a mean plunge grind. Yeah. I'm sure Mikael Williamson has a lot of fans. Has a lot of knives, so yeah. Might try another one out in the future. Dislikes on this knife. The weight, but I guess that doesn't matter much for this knife, considering what kind of knife it is. Backspacer doesn't match. Points off for that. The liners are not inset, but they are flush. I'm not going to take too many points off for that. The bead blasted finish. Yeah. If you get the titanium version, it has a nice belt satin. Oh, it looks good. I don't think I'm going to buy that though. I don't like this knife enough to buy a more expensive version. I do like it. Don't see it getting used a lot though. So yeah. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my Instagram. It's linked down below. Give me a like and a comment, and see you in the next one.